We're here to honor a couple of people today, specifically, and we're going to go on the basis of ladies first, mainly because she not only is a beautiful lady, a wonderful person, but she broke the glass ceiling years and years ago. She was the only and the first at that time broadcast engineer, first-class engineer at KYW in Philadelphia, and there for many, many years. Been involved in the broadcast industry all that time, but because of her super activity in this field, and again, breaking that glass ceiling, we want to award her our Distinguished Service Award. And this is in appreciation of decades of service to the broadcast industry, given by the broadcast pioneers on this day, October 17th. And the person, I'd like to have you welcome her up right now, Ann Amico Merkin. Ann, please come up. I said first-class engineer. Anybody could have been a third-class restricted engineer. I was one, for that matter, when I first got into the business, and you had to become a third-class restricted engineer in order to run the board late at night when there was no engineer in the building. It was a legal requirement of the FCC. But I didn't know anything about engineering other than a third class. But she was a first class, and that's something. That's knowing the engineering field. Congratulations, Ann.
Thank you very much. Excuse my hand. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
Hold the plaque up.
Here we go.
Norman's the Mr. Director.
Look right there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Ann,
thank you very much.
Yours.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this. Anybody who knows me know that I can talk the ears off an elephant, but up here I am so nervous that I had to write something down. So I'm going to read it. I hope you don't mind. I really do deeply appreciate this recognition that the broadcast pioneers are giving me for being the one of the women, first-class licensed women in broadcast in Philadelphia. I can't get it out. It wasn't easy working back then. It was really a very hard thing being the first woman. Everybody had their likes and dislikes, and I wasn't one of them. They didn't like me at all. So I really did have to try harder than everybody else. And it was really, truly being a pioneer. I really was. I didn't feel that way when I went in. I just went in there because I wanted to do something exciting and fun, and I really wanted to know how television worked. I didn't know how it worked. So I got a first phone, I went in, I did my job, and as Norman, if anybody knows Norman says, to be a pioneer, the pioneers are the ones that take the arrows. So I felt like I took my arrow. I'm still healing from it, but anyway. And I want to thank you for this, and I also am very thrilled to be sharing this time with Bobby. Bobby's going to get an award like this, and I think it's wonderful that we're sharing the day. Thank you. I love you. And I thank everyone for this. I thank the broadcast. Thank you.
Are you all right with your hand?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ann. She is definitely a broadcast pioneer. When you think about how difficult it was to get into the industry as a woman back then, but to get into the industry as an engineer was out of bounds, out of the question. And she was able to not only do it, but also get through it with the slings and arrows that she mentioned. Our next person who is being honored today, he's a guy that no matter what you ask of him over the years, he did it. That's the key. You said, Bob, can you do this, do that, do this or that? And there was never a no in his vocabulary. And he has been with us for many, many years here in the Broadcast Pioneers organization. And this Distinguished Service Award will be going to Bobby Kravitz, who used to hang out of helicopters. He was on every TV station in Philadelphia, hanging out of the helicopter, taking photographs of what was going on. He was our traffic type person from the helicopter for Philadelphia Television Broadcasting. And as I said, not only did he do that and was injured as a result of that over the course of time, but he came back and did it even bigger and better than ever. So he's been a constant, great person for our broadcast industry. Let's welcome, with this Distinguished Service Award, again, in appreciation of decades of service to the broadcast industry, Bobby Kravitz.
Do we have to look this way? We're getting Norm's way, because when I used to get Norm's way, he pushed out. No, we never pushed each other out.
Hold that pose.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you all. First of all, I've got to thank the person who let me leave the house at night at 3 in the morning, who stood in front of the door when 3 Mile Island erupted and literally stood like this. You're not going! And who stood by me of 43 years of this business. Susan, please stand up. My wife. And we just celebrated 40 years of marriage last Monday. This is no. One fast story, the Pope, the Cardinal Kroll actually walked up to her and said he was going to Rome to actually ask the Pope to make her the first Jewish saint living. For living with me. The Cardinal Kroll and I became friends for a long time. But thank you. First of all, working with everybody in this room, everybody has been my honor. I mean, I was a kid from Logan. Like in Dick's book, the kid from South Philadelphia. I'm a kid from Logan that grew up. I walked into the newsroom at Channel 6, and there was Mike Strug, who I knew from the neighborhood. He looked up, what are you doing here? Well, that started the career, 43 years. And hanging out of a helicopter was a perk. And I started with the Shadow, the Go Patrol and Shadow Traffic, with Rod Carson standing on the edge of a skid, holding onto the frame of a helicopter, and most of you would know, winding up a Bell & Howell Filmo camera. So from the day 1967, 68 that Lou Klein said, get the hell out of college, you already have your career. I thank you, I thank everybody, and I will cherish this forever. Thank you.
Bobby.